Welcome back to this week's episode of Unlocked. What a crazy day it has been. I've already filmed one podcast, and that was with former Clayton County Sheriff Victor Hill. And his story is just absolutely insane, and I cannot wait until you guys hear that next week. We wanted to give it some time, let the election pass, and then do Victor Hill's episode next week. That episode is going to ruffle a lot of feathers because we have the same federal judge on our cases. So the only point in doing that podcast is really to bring awareness to something that a lot of people don't bring awareness to, and that is really just how corrupt our judicial system can be and how people will prosecute their enemies while helping their friends. And it's a really sad situation. So I can't wait for you to hear all the ins and outs of that episode. But with that being said, today is, what is today? Today is October 31st. It is Halloween. Halloween, y'all. God bless it. I am not a fan of Halloween, and I would love to know how many people agree with me. I personally think it's the devil's holiday. It just does not make me feel good. I mean, with Christmas, I feel so good. Like, it's happy vibes and colorful, and Halloween is just, not my thing. But I'm actually, all right, it's going to cause some controversy. It's a controversial topic. When do you decorate for Christmas? Corey, when do you decorate for Christmas? As soon as Halloween's over. Okay, good. I decorate for Christmas. I'm having someone come and decorate for me November 9th. That I will have all my Christmas stuff up that day. And I am so excited. It makes me feel so good. It's going to be the best. And well, I'm going to tell y'all a secret too, because Chloe's birthday is coming up on November 10th. So that is next weekend. And she has been begging me to go to New York. She's like, I want to go to New York. I've never been. And as I've stated before, birthdays and holidays are just freaking hard. We obviously want mom and dad home. And this is another year of just missed birthdays and holidays. So I want to do everything in my power to make it special for her. So we're surprising Chloe with a trip to New York. And I'm so excited. It's going to be a blast. But also pray for me, please. Pray for me. I'm not telling Chloe until the morning we leave where we're going. I'm going to pack her bags and we're going to go to the airport, and she will see when we get there where we're going. Obviously, I think she has an idea it's going to be New York when we get to the airport, but it's okay. And not only is it me and Chloe going for her birthday, but it is me, Chloe, Grayson, Robert, his 3 boys, and then my friends Pamela and Michaela. So there's going to be 10 of us, but we're going to have 2 12-year-olds, an 11-year-old, a 5-year-old, and then the rest of the individuals. So 5 kids in New York. God help us. But we are so excited because none of the kids have gone to New York. So it's going to be a really fun thing. And the Music City Christmas special starts that weekend. So we're going to do that. And I am so excited. But then after that, we have Thanksgiving. And y'all, Lord help us. I have volunteered to cook Wednesday night for everyone. And then Robert's family does this huge thing on Thanksgiving Day to where everyone brings food. It's awesome. But for me and my family, I'm not used to a lot of people at Thanksgiving. We just kept it very small. It was just our immediate family. And Robert's family, it is literally everyone. All cousins, kids. I'm so excited, honestly, because I just love that big family and everyone's laughing, getting along, cutting up, kids are running around, but also there's going to be 50 people. 50. And I have said that I will cook Wednesday night for everyone. So if you have any advice on how to cook for 50 people, I would greatly appreciate it. Direct message me on Instagram. Give me all the insights. I was thinking of doing pasta that night. And so we would have like a huge salad, bread, and then I was going to do a spicy vodka pasta, a cream sauce pasta with chicken, a spaghetti and meatballs, and a lasagna. So 4 different pastas. I feel like that's a good idea. And I can like cook it all and not be like slaving in the kitchen for all day while everyone else is enjoying their time. So please help me. Any advice, direct message me, comment, give me any advice possible to cook for 50 people. I will greatly appreciate it. But another reminder is when this episode airs, it's election day. Comes around the same time every 4 years. And what a historic moment in time. I have been so blessed to be able to do the things that I've been doing. I've been going around the country speaking to women and small businesses and hearing people's stories and just what they want to see out of the next 4 years. And regardless of who you're voting for or who you like, please go and vote. It doesn't matter if you're voting left or right. Just go vote. It is your duty as a citizen of the United States of America to vote. And so you don't get the right to complain about where our country's at or where it's going if you don't vote in the election. So go out, make your voices heard. Lord knows I've made my voice heard. And you all, if you follow me on social media, you can see kind of how I feel, why I feel the way that I feel, and why I'm supporting the candidate that I'm supporting. So I really hope and pray we can walk away from Election Day happy, fulfilled, not fighting each other, not losing friendships, because let me tell you, there is no political candidate in the world that's worth losing friends over. So just remember that. Love each other despite differences, and have respectful conversations. But go out and vote. Please vote. Every vote matters. The last election, I think, was lost by like very minimal votes. So go out and vote. It matters. And then we also, coming up, I am so excited. Hold on. I'm going to show you a video. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Happy November, guys. This is the month to be thankful. Be thankful for your friends, your therapy, the life that you've been given. And, well, for me, I am overwhelmed with a sense of gratitude because I'm thankful for therapy. This is a really tough season for me. For people who are struggling with the holiday seasons coming up, I want you to know I see you and I feel you. My parents aren't here for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and that really weighs on my heart extremely heavy. And with that, I need therapy, and therapy is probably the greatest tool known to man, and I have truly benefited by using BetterHelp. BetterHelp is absolutely amazing, all online and designed to fit your specific needs. All you have to do is go online, take a test, and they will match you with a therapist. And if the therapist doesn't work for you, that's okay, because this isn't a one-size-fits-all type deal. Sometimes you have to try a few till you meet the one that is perfect for you. And BetterHelp makes that so easy. You can switch therapist at any time for no additional cost. So please remember this holiday season, I see you, I feel you, and it's okay to not be okay. And therapy's cool, especially in 2024. So visit BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp.com. And you know what? I'm pulling this out so I get it right because I have a little deal for you. So let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. You can visit BetterHelp.com/Savannah today to get 10% off your first month. See, guys, I pulled it out for a reason. You get 10% off. So visit BetterHelp, that's HELP.com/Savannah for 10% off your first month. Life is a journey, one step at a time. From running errands to taking care of the family, your feet deserve to feel as good as your spirit. That's where Defy shoes come in. With Defy's patented VersoShock technology, Defy absorbs harmful bumps and impact, just like a gentle cushion for your soul. Plus, all Defy shoes come with 2 free orthotics. Comfort and support should feel like a blessing. Guys, that last line, comfort and support should feel like a blessing. You have no idea how much I believe that right now. I have been nonstop on the go in tons of airports. I think I've taken like 16 flights the past month. And let me tell you, Defy has saved the day. I will leave an event with my heels on and immediately throw these Defy shoes on, and it feels like I am walking on clouds. Whether I'm going through the airport, walking to an event, or just doing my everyday mom duties, and I feel like I'm standing up 10 to 12 hours a day. Well, if you got to stand up 10 to 12 hours a day, let's feel like we're standing on clouds. So visit gdefy.com and use the code UNLOCKED for $20 off your first pair, because walking in comfort is a grace that we all need. That's gdefy.com and use code UNLOCKED for $20 off your first pair. I had the blessing of going out to Nevada, and it was such a great experience. I want to find the video. Hold on. So, hey guys, I'm Savannah Chrisley, and I am honored to be here today with Hope for Prisoners. This graduation was, honestly, I was crying half the time, but just sitting here and watching these men and women and seeing how far they've come, and they're a true testament that you do not have to be your past, your circumstances, your mistakes, that there is room for you to move forward, and you can lay it all down and start fresh. And this just instilled in me that there's so much more that I want to do, and so much more that needs to be done within our criminal justice system, so that these men and women can continue to come out of prison and be contributing members to society. So I am so excited to get to work along Hope for Prisoners and be in DC, get things done, and make a better life for these men and women who are coming home to their families. So that was awesome. And then I actually got to go to the prison, and I got to do a podcast from there that will be airing in the next few weeks. And the women were there in the prison, and I got to hear their stories. I got to talk with John, who is the founder of Hope for Prisoners, and hear his story. I mean, these women, I literally was in tears, guys. I cannot express to you how life-changing this experience was. And I'll send you guys the photos and videos so you can like maybe put it in.
Hey Savannah, I'm over here at
and then this was sent to me after I left. I think later on that, I think this was the next week, but.
Hey Savannah, I'm over here at the Gene Conservation Camp, and you really blessed these ladies, and they have something they want to say to you.
I'm telling you, it makes me so emotional. Let's see. Is this the one? Testament that you do not have to be. So just the whole experience, guys, was absolutely insane. And I cannot wait for you to hear that podcast. One of the women actually comes on and speaks about her experience and what led her to prison and how she's dealing with it. But that day, I will say, was... I went and had lunch with John. John is awesome. He picked me up from my hotel, and before we were going to the women's prison, we went and had lunch, and we were sitting there, and all I could think of was, holy cow, I'm sitting here having lunch, stuffing my face, going in to meet these women with a full stomach, happy, whatever it may be. And I could not get that thought out of my mind of, wow, I'm sitting here eating while I know a lot of these women go to bed hungry at night. Like, it was just an overwhelming feeling that came over me. And I proceeded to ask John, hey, John, do you think it would be possible to like bring in some food for these women? And he said, I've brought in a few things before. Let me get in touch with the prison, the warden, whomever it may be, and see if they will allow it. And so he called and said, hey, Savannah would really like to bring in food for these women. Not sure what it's going to be yet. Maybe pizza, something. And they said yes. And I was shocked. I was dumbfounded because this would not happen at my dad's facility and this would not happen at my mom's facility. This was a state facility, so totally different than the feds. This would not happen at a federal facility. The state obviously controls what they want to control. And I went to Raising Cane's because then I started thinking, oh gosh, okay, I don't want to bring pizza because all that is carbs. Like, I want to bring something of substance. What can I bring? There was a Raising Cane's a mile down the road. So I was like, all right, let's take Raising Cane's. At least it's protein. Like, they haven't consumed real good chicken in God only knows how long. So I went to Raising Cane's. I got 400 chicken fingers and like 100 pieces of bread, multiple things of like buckets of French fries, sauces, teas, lemonades, you name it, I brought it. And there were 65 women there and they ate every bit of it. Like every bit of it. And they were so blessed and thankful that I brought the food. But when I was sitting there talking to them, I was like, guys, this may be just food to you. And you may be so grateful because you're actually getting to eat and not go to bed hungry tonight. But to me, all I could think of was my parents and my parents going to bed hungry. And my dad telling me, I actually went to bed hungry tonight. Like, that is heartbreaking. First off, when you hear anyone say it, let alone your parents, for them to say, I went to bed hungry. In the United States of America, which is supposed to be the greatest nation on earth, we should never have someone go to bed hungry, and especially someone that we're forcing to be housed in one of our federal facilities. And to see how happy they were to be fed, I was so emotional. And then to hear their stories and to hug them. And a lot of them don't get visitors. And a lot of them don't get hugs from outside sources. And to just be able to sit there and love on them and show them that there is light on the other side meant more to me than it ever could have meant to them, honestly. And it was just such a life-changing experience and made me realize that there's still so much more I want to do, so much change that needs to occur. And I'm going to keep fighting. Like, I will never stop fighting, even when my parents come home. This episode of Unlocked is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to me talk, you're probably also driving, cleaning, exercising, or maybe even grocery shopping. But if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else you can be doing right now. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy, and you could save money by doing it right from your phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and more. So just like your favorite podcast, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. So multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, national average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June of 2022 and May of 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations. I have had quite the hair journey over the years, between long hair down to my waist, a pixie cut, a bob, you name it, I have done it. And well, after that, I wanted to grow my hair out, and that's where Nutrafol came into play. If you don't know, Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, and it is trusted by over 1 million people. You can see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. Let's face it, everyone's root causes of hair thinning are different, so a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth doesn't cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages of life, such as postpartum and menopause, as well as for different lifestyles such as plant-based diets. Guys, Nutrafol is amazing for you mamas that are going through postpartum, or for women who just want thicker, stronger hair, or for men in your life. Let me tell you, I have got my boyfriend on Nutrafol, and I can see such a difference. Guys, don't be shy. It is physician formulated with 100% drug-free ingredients. Nutrafol supplements support healthy hair growth from within by targeting root causes of thinning, including stress, hormones, aging, nutrition, lifestyle, and metabolism as they evolve throughout life. Get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code UNLOCKED. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code UNLOCKED. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code UNLOCKED. Because I know a lot of people have asked, all right, updates on mom and dad. This is actually something I didn't touch on before when I spoke about mom's resentencing hearing, because the judge had yet to file her J&C or whatever it is. And when it was filed, it was actually made known to me that the judge added 2 years onto my mom's probation. So instead of taking away time, which the appellate court ruled she must be resentenced because they could not use the evidence, they could not find the evidence used to convict her on $17 million worth of fraud, the judge actually added 2 years on to her probation. So that's 2 more years in custody, basically. And that was just astonishing to me. I mean, how she could do such, I don't know. But obviously we are appealing that conviction or that sentence as we speak. And November 20th, we will have that appellate brief filed, and I will either read it to you guys or I will have my lawyer come on and discuss that as well, and discuss his experience in that courtroom that day, because he was dumbfounded as well. But mom is back in Lexington, so I am so grateful for that, what she had to endure. No human should ever have to endure. So it breaks my heart to know that my mom was the one to endure that. And when it comes to dad, the retaliation is still in full effect. Full effect. And I am now in the process of sending a letter that I have drafted to James Comer, Jim Jordan, the House Judiciary Committee, Director Colette Peters with the BOP. I mean, I am sending this out in droves. And I will read it to you. Urgent request for oversight and intervention on abuse at FPC Pensacola RDAP program. And let me preface this by saying the majority of this letter is to help other men that are not my father, because my dad is not in the RDAP program. But the head of the RDAP program is who is retaliating against him because of how outspoken I have been. But anyways, dear Director Peters, Chairman Comer, Chairman Jordan, and members of the House Judiciary Committee, I'm writing to bring to your attention significant documented abuses within the residential drug and alcohol program at the federal prison camp Pensacola. The RDAP, as you know, is a congressionally funded program designed to support federal prisoners struggling with substance abuse by equipping them with effective coping skills. Yet, under the administration of Mandy Ramsey, Dennis Proffitt, and DTS Richardson, this program has been weaponized to inflict severe mental, emotional, and physical abuse on those in custody. Instead of rehabilitation, these individuals have fostered a hostile environment where inmates are subjected to harassment, intimidation, and retaliation. Inmates are coerced into actions such as searching each other's lockers, and HIPAA violations are rampant as correctional staff regularly access and review inmates' private medical files and prescriptions. This invasion of privacy not only breaches federal law, but gravely undermines the security of medical confidentiality. Ramsey, Prophet, and Richardson have resorted to degrading verbal abuse, telling inmates that their families hate them and that they are an embarrassment. It has been made explicitly clear to these men that any attempt to speak out, including adding my name, Savannah Chrisley, to their contact list, would result in punitive actions or prolonged custody. These actions are retaliatory, discriminatory, and a gross misuse of authority, undermining RDAP's mission. Moreover, these individuals have been recorded while verbally abusing inmates and several staff members, including DTS Black, DTS Delgado, Chaplain Dixon, Consuela Gamble, Sarah Kennedy, Counselor Rothwell, and 2 lieutenants who request anonymity are prepared to testify about their pervasive abuse and intimidation. These witnesses confirm the abuses have been reported yet remain unaddressed by officials, reflecting a culture of cover-up rather than accountability. I have repeatedly informed OIA investigators Christensen and Hawkins, providing specific names of individuals to interview, such as Wilmerth, Weaver, CO Medina, Lieutenant Eamon, CO Sullivan, and Case Manager Genowat. Yet, OIA's selective investigations avoid those with pertinent information, undermining transparency and enabling the abuse to continue. My own father, Todd Chrisley, has been targeted for speaking out. Counselor Rothwell personally witnessed Case Manager Genowat intercepting, opening, and destroying my father's legal mail, an egregious violation of his rights under 18 U.S.C. 1702. Further retaliatory measures include my father's removal from his position in the chapel by Ramsey, who has been seen shredding documents in anticipation of potential inquiries. The abuses extend far beyond my father, revealing widespread systemic issues. Since his arrival at FPC Pensacola, Todd Chrisley and others have documented numerous severe violations, including alleged sexual abuse by CO Sullivan against inmates, including Jason Galanis, that has gone unaddressed. Exposure of black mold, asbestos, and lead-based paint, compromising health and safety, theft from inmate commissary funds, allegedly by CO Medina, racial discrimination in the education department and unit team, and physical assault. Video evidence exists of Officer Josh Ogie attacking an inmate with a metal rod, resulting in emergency surgery. Misappropriation of government resources in the form of alleged tool theft and resale by CO Eaton, allegedly. These men, regardless of their offenses, deserve to serve their sentences with dignity and without abuse. They are sons, fathers, and friends, human beings who, under our justice system, should be given the opportunity for rehabilitation, not subjected to cruelty. This abuse does nothing but fuel the cycle of incarceration, failing society's mandate to rehabilitate. It is imperative that Congress takes immediate action. The Bureau of Prisons, under Director Peters, has repeatedly shown a lack of initiative in addressing these grave issues, prioritizing cover-ups over reforms. I urge you to prioritize an independent investigation into FPC Pensacola and specifically its RDAP program to expose and put an end to the systemic abuse and corruption. The lives affected within these walls deserve the same respect, justice, and compassion that any human deserves. It is time to restore integrity and humanity within our federal prisons. Thank you for your attention and for taking decisive action. Sincerely, Savannah Chrisley. So I wrote that letter on my flight out to Arizona and Nevada the other day. And anything I've said, I have the documentation to back up. And all I want to do is create an environment for rehabilitation, because whether we like it or not, these men and women are entering back into our society. They're going to be our neighbors. So let's help them to help us. You want a very well-rounded, rehabilitated person living next door to you. So let's help in that matter. And I'll let you guys know when I send this letter off to Congress, because, it's going to happen anytime now. So I'm going to send that off, and I'm going to continue fighting for the men and women that are not my parents to bring them home, and for justice to be served, and just for people to get the bare minimum, basic necessities, food, proper medical treatment, and rehabilitation. So that's what I'm fighting to do. And that's where we're at. So I'm trying to think if there's any other updates. Like I said, the appellate brief will be filed November 20th. I will give you guys an update as soon as I have one on that brief, letting you know what it says, what we're going to be arguing, because we do believe that there were retaliatory actions taken because we exercised our right to a successful appeal in part, and due to the judge using ex parte information to sentence my mother when really it had nothing to do with her. So that's where we're at. Thanksgiving, please give me any insights on how to cook for 50 people. I will greatly appreciate it. This is what I need my mom. And remember, voting in the election is such a privilege. It is a privilege that we all should not take lightly. So whether you're voting blue or red, just go out and vote. Exercise your right to vote, because you don't have the right to complain about the state that our country is in if you're not voting. So go out and vote. I love you guys. God bless. And next week you will hear all about Victor Hill's story and just the rise and fall of the sheriff of Clayton County.